We're here at the Darren B. Casey Administration Building in the conference room. Bill Culhane along with Brand Freeman. We went over the freshmen a while back, and now we transition, go up a class, if you will, to the sophomores. And Brand, it's all about building blocks, making this Bobcat football program better year in and year out. And certainly the sophomore class promises to hold up their end of the bargain. There are a few of those sophomores who have already played a lot of Bobcat football.
That's certainly so. I mean, you look at the list of sophomores here at Texas State, and they're going to be guys that are going to get playing time, and they're going to do a lot for this program. You can start by looking at Adrian Ballard, the offensive line, followed by Ryan Carden, Donta Clanton, Darius Hood, Jared Jeter Gilman at linebacker, Robert Lowe, Lawrence Wright, and Brandon Smith. And you look at that list of names, and a few of them really pop out to you, and we have to start on the offensive line with Adrian Ballard. Saw a lot of time last year as a true freshman at right tackle. He is a big cat, 6'5", 310 pounds. In his second year now out of Brenham, a really good football program in the Central Texas area, and was one of the top recruits in the 2012 recruiting class, and somebody that Coach Franz spoke really highly of when they were able to get him from Brenham, because he was looked at by a lot of other schools. Again, mentioned all the playing time he got last year, 11 games as a true freshman, and we're expecting some big things out of him at tackle for a big guy. Speaking of the offense, got to look at Brandon Smith. Freshman a year ago from Prattville, Alabama, entering into his sophomore season, part of a really deep receiver core. Also features Isaiah Battle and Andy Erickson, so this is a really talented group. Played all 12 games as a freshman a year ago, Smith did. Had 9 starts, fourth in the team with 21 catches, but what was more impressive for Brandon Smith was the way things ended. Final 3 games, 11 grabs, 137 yards, 2 touchdowns. This guy is a playmaker. Whoever the quarterback is going to be, because we don't know at this point, he's got a great weapon to work with in Brandon Smith. Other side of the football, speaking of deep positions, linebacker for Texas State, Jared Jeter Gilman, JJG as we like to call him, will factor into that. He played all 12 games last year, as Smith did as a freshman, and finished with 36 tackles. That was tied for second most among linebackers, so Jared Jeter Gilman is going to be part of a really good linebacking core.
And some other sophomores that the Bobcats are going to look to contribute: Ryder Burke, Jason Dan, Brett Donaldson, Brandon Dwyer, Andy Flores, Herbert Gonzalez, Latravian Haggerty, Josh Sell, Emran Udan, and Cameron Wiley. And now we go to the redshirt sophomores. Talked about the sophomores having a bunch of talent. The redshirt sophomores, when you have Jackson Costello, Zach Crawford, Matt Freeman, Japhus Gaines, Tim Gay, Stephen Jacobs, David Mims, Chris Nuttall, Tylen Robertson, and Josh Robinson. A lot of playmakers in that group.
Certainly, and I'm going to stick, though, again to the offensive line, because you mentioned quite a few over there for the redshirt sophomores. Got to start with Matt Freeman, great last name, by the way. He's coming back from that season-ending knee injury from a year ago. Really tough to lose Freeman at that point of the season, but he did start 9 games at center, and he allowed just 1 sack in those 9 games. So it tells you what he can do for you in pass protection. So, again, whoever the quarterback is going to be, they know that number 66 has their back. Looking at the backfield, Tim Gay. You know, you look at the numbers a year ago, and if you look at just 279 yards, it doesn't stand out. But when you factor in that he averaged over 10 yards a carry, you know what he's capable of. This guy is a home run hitter. And you have any idea what his teammates think about him? Well, in the Maroon Gold draft from this past spring, he was a 3rd overall pick. His teammates, you know, are expecting some big things out of Tim Gay. I expect him to battle it out for the starting position in a very deep backfield in 2013. And going back to defense, defensive end, Tylen Robertson, a former 3-star recruit from Hempstead High School, 19 tackles a year ago, 4 of them for loss. And I would anticipate, speaking of camp battles, one of the defensive end spots, I'd say Jordan Norfleet is a pretty good lock on it. The other one, we don't know that yet, and I think Robertson will feature into that.
There you go, Bobcat fans. There are your 2013 sophomores for Bobcat football. I'm Bill Culhane for Brand Freeman. Thanks for visiting us at the new and improved TXStateBobcats.com. And remember, eat 'em up, cats.